Start recording. Stop recording. Button.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well on this Friday morning. So, in this video, I want to talk about adjusting the carburetor on the Echo SRM 225 Weed Whacker. So, here's what I learned. What I learned is it's best to let the weed whacker warm up before you adjust the high screw. Now, the idle is a different story. The idle, you can adjust that whether it's warm or cold. But to get the best results out of, in terms of adjusting that high screw, wait till it warms up. I'd say give it about 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes at the most. So, if your Echo SRM 225 is in need of an adjustment, if you feel that you're not getting enough power when you press on the trigger, and if you have the tool to adjust that high screw, you do need a special tool. I don't know what the screwdriver is called, but you need a special tool. If you feel that, that you're just not getting enough power, then and if it's warm, try adjusting that high screw. But remember, in my opinion, to get the best results, adjust that high screw when the machine is warm. I've found that that's when I get the best results. When my Echo SRM 225 is warm, that's when I get the best results. The other thing I want to talk about is there such a thing as too lean and too rich? What am I talking about, right? Okay. We're talking about the high screw again. Okay. Yes, there is such a thing as your machine running too lean and too rich. Too lean means that you're not getting enough power. Your machine might be boggy. It just might not be running correctly. Or it might be running okay, but it just can't get over that hill. It just doesn't have enough power. Your machine might be too lean. Same thing when it's too rich. When it's too rich, you will not get a lot of power. So you have to find what they call that sweet spot. You have to find that sweet spot where it's not running lean or rich. Now, here's what you gotta do. On the SRM 225, if you have the special tool to adjust that high screw, adjust it until it gets really lean, and then when it starts to bog, turn the screwdriver the other way until it starts revving up. For example, you'll hear the following. When it gets too lean, it'll sound something like this. Then when you turn the screwdriver the other way, it'll sound like this. be revving. It should be revving like that, really high and really good. I pretty much imitated it pretty well. But that's what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear. That steady. Because then when you hear that, that's a good adjustment. That means your car. That means it's tuned, and that's it. You're good. So that's that. So I wanted to talk about this because this is a good topic, and it's an important topic. Adjusting a carburetor is easy, but it can be frustrating because sometimes sometimes it's really hard to find that sweet spot. So and also it's also another thing you got to remember is it's personal preference. Don't ever let anyone tell you, "Oh, your machine sounds good. It's got enough power." No. It's personal preference. It's like when you go to a restaurant. No one can tell you, "Don't get extra cheese and extra sauce on your pizza." Right? It's personal preference. If you want extra cheese and extra sauce on your pizza, by all means, get extra sauce and extra cheese on your pizza. Right? Same thing with a carburetor. No one can tell you, "Oh, don't adjust it anymore. That's the way Echo wants it," or blah, blah, blah. No. Maybe that's the way Echo wants it. But it's the way that you want it. That's what matters. It's the way that you want the machine to sound. If you want the machine to sound rich, then make it sound rich. If you want good power, then try what I suggested. Personally, I get frustrated when it's too. Well, I don't get frustrated, but I don't like when my machines, when the weed whacker, for example, runs rich. It's gotta, you gotta find, again, not to repeat myself, but you gotta find that sweet spot, right? You gotta find that sweet spot where it's running how I talked about. So anyway, that's that. And again, if you want the best results in terms of power when you press on the trigger, wait till the machine is warm. Try that. Don't adjust the high screw when it's cold. In my opinion, you won't get the best results in terms of power. And that's just my opinion. I mean, that's what I learned about the machine. So let it warm up for like 5 or 10 minutes. And I know that might be inconvenient, but hey, if you want a lot of power, it's worth waiting 5 or 10 minutes. So let the machine warm up for about 5 to 10 minutes, 10 minutes at the most, and then adjust that high screw. And remember, if it's running really lean, remember what it's going to sound like, right? You're going to turn that screwdriver and it's going to it's going to start dying out. It's going to start bogging. And then once again, you're going to turn the screwdriver the other way. It's going to sound like this. That's what you want. That steady. That's what you want. Well, that's what I want, but you might not want it like that. But that's a good adjustment. That's when you hear that, that means your carburetor. That means that your carburetor's tuned. So that's that. You might not want it to sound like that, but you might want it to sound like that. So, and when it sounds like that steady, that's good. That means that, it's good. It's not too lean and it's not too rich, right? When you hear that, that's really good. That means that it's, like I said, that means it's not too lean and it's not too rich. It's right where you want it. Anyway, I hope this video helps. I figured I'd talk about this because, like I said, it's a good topic and it's an important topic. So I hope somebody or a lot of people get something out of this video. And I hope this video helps people. I hope this video helps someone, or I hope this video helps a lot of people. So, once again, adjusting a carburetor can be frustrating, because, if you're like me and if you like a lot of power and if your machine is not cooperating, it can be really, really actually stressful and frustrating. So, remember, when adjusting the carburetor on any small engine, whether it's a weed whacker, a leaf blower, a chainsaw, you don't want it too rich and you don't want it too lean. You want it kind of somewhere in the middle. That steady, Well, so now for a blower, the RPMs would be lower, but on a weed whacker, you'll like on the SRM 225, that's what you want to hear when you adjust that high screw, that steady. So, anyway, hope you all enjoyed this video. Just a couple of shout outs here. I want to give a shout out to my amazing, awesome friend, Nikki Wunderlich. I want to give a shout out to my other amazing friend, Talented HV. Please subscribe to Nikki Wunderlich's channel and Talented HV's channel. And shout out goes to Willie Rosado. Shout out goes to Theory of a Blind Man. Standing in the Wind. Hope you're not blowing away in the wind. Let's see. Shout out to T-Ray Music and DJ Allegretto. And all these people I gave shout outs to, please subscribe to all of their channels. And this afternoon, I will be on Haley's channel at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 Central. And Nikki will be on there as well with me. We're going to talk about actually a topic that I talked about here on my channel many videos ago. I did a video a while ago. The video is called How to Cope with Breakups. I forget if I did the video with someone or if I did it on my own. But on my channel, I actually did a video called How to Cope with Breakups. And that's what we're going to be talking about on Haley's channel today, this afternoon. And we're also going to talk about the don'ts. The don'ts, meaning, for example, if your ex tells you not to contact them, then you have to respect that. If your ex tells you not to text them or call them, you have to respect that. Anyway, that's going to be this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 Central. So, y'all take care.